And we are live. What's up, everybody? And welcome back to another episode of Counterculture. Skeff is going to be a little late today, but I'm here with my guest right now. My co-host, not my guest, I'm sorry. Co-host. We've got One True Nerd King here in the house. Everyone right now, welcome him. What's going on?
What's going on, man? How are you?
Good, man. How are you doing today? Happy St. Patrick's Day. I don't know if you're Irish, but,
I'm not Irish, but I'm drinking. So, hey, it works, right? it's
if,
it's one of those days where you kind of just have a nice drink and relax. And I remember I went for like a walk, and as I was walking around, I was like, man, everybody's like going to these little dive bars. What's up? And I was like, oh yes, St. Patrick's Day. Duh. I
I
forgot.
actually thought that was yesterday. I was pretty bummed. I was like, man, I'm so busy today. I can't go out for St. Patty's Day. And the whole time my girlfriend's like, why can't you? And I was like, because I'm so busy. Don't you see what I'm doing right now? I was a whole day behind, a whole day off.
Yeah, I can see that issue. Today was just an insane day. I'm glad today is almost behind us. As soon as this is over and I go to bed and I wake up really early to do another video thing, I'm sure, I'll feel 100% the weekend's here. I'm ready for the weekend. 100% ready for the weekend, man.
Man, there's no such thing as weekends on this end. Doing the auctions with the shop. It's Friday,
Oh, yeah.
Saturday, Sunday. It's every day.
So how's that been going so far, man?
It's been a lot of fun. I had to change the hours up, so I go at I think noon now, noon or 1 o'clock. It just works better with my schedule. And
Yeah.
I mean, 5 o'clock, that's literally smack dab in the middle of everything. And then packaging on top of that, by the time I'm done with everything, it's like 10 o'clock. And then that means I didn't do anything for myself all day.
Yeah,
So
that sounds familiar.
it's shot, man.
Yeah, today actually was very busy. I just happened to have like this lunchtime thing, and that's what I did with Skeff today. We went on Instagram, and we had over 400 people come through. It was
Really?
insane. Yeah, it was absolutely bonkers. Just guests hopping on, and it was nuts. But it was fun because nobody else was really doing anything around lunch. So we had a nice little captive audience of Instagram and just hung, and that was probably the highlight of my day until now, because I'm trying to do so much more on YouTube and getting to use my toys. Like for me, this is the fun one. Like
I was gonna
I've been
say you
doing
got fun
Instagram.
stuff.
Instagram's old hat for me, right? So it's just kind of like, okay, I know how to go live. I do that there. That's simple. This to me every single time is a learning experience. I'm trying something new. I want to get a new thing in there or testing something out. So this has been great. This is something I look forward to in that manner because I can actually really work those things over. So yeah, it's been a day. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for the weekend 100%.
Well, I wish I could have hopped on today with you guys. I literally got the notification when I went live on Whatnot, like, oh yeah, One True Nerd King is live, and I was like, I can't even watch it. But I
Well,
mean, you're the
I'm
Instagram
thinking about
guru,
doing it on
man.
Tuesdays too. Oh well, you are the YouTube sage, and I am your Padawan. Anything I can help with on Instagram to do, you just let me know. I'll try.
Man, I was gonna say who you talking to? There's no one else in this room right now. I am no YouTube guru.
No, my friend, you are the man here. I am not even gonna play or front. It's
I simply just enjoy making content. Thumbnails suck. The editing is just very okay at absolute best. It's just me literally looking at a camera saying how much I hate some of these comics or love them. That's what it
yeah,
comes down to.
I need to get better at that. So I'm gonna start trying to work on not the same, but something just kind of getting into a niche and really starting to expose with that. So we'll see. It's gonna take some time, but
It does
it's
take a little bit.
yeah. But I mean, this is day post new comic book day. So
That's true.
there was some wins this week. I saw your top 10.
Dude,
Well,
that was a
11.
fire list.
It was
That's
a
a good
good week.
list. And I bet you had a lot more than I did. And super quick, what's going on, Dre? Thanks for popping in, saying what's up.
How's it going, Dre? Yeah, this week was yes, I got a lot of books still. Next week, I'm a little worried. 2 weeks, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be broke or dead
Well,
or both.
what's next week? I started working on 2 weeks from now. I did that video this morning that tied into some of the stuff I had to do. I think overall it's going to be a pretty light week. 2 weeks from now, but Something Is Killing the Children is coming back. That's going to be
Oh,
the crazy one.
so for me in 2 weeks, it's Sick Tick, it's Dark Ages,
Dark Ages.
DC versus Vampires, the new Ghost Rider, new Swamp Thing, Radiant Black, and I'm not even a quarter of the way in here. Just Righteous Thirst for Vengeance, so cinematic, very good. New Burn, really good.
You do like super quick. You do like Righteous Thirst for Vengeance. I think we talked about it a little bit, but
I
I
it's
I'm on the
all art,
fence.
really.
It is all
It's
art.
It is, and but it's very clean, and for me, that feels very. It feels like I'm watching the storyboard of a movie, right?
I can agree
So
with that.
for me, in that manner, I find it different and fun in that way, not like in the way the Iron Giant ripoff from the other couple weeks ago, but the silent comic thing. But I find that entertaining. But I mean, like Rogue Sun that just came out a couple weeks ago too. This is the next one's coming out. That was
I gotta
great.
read that. I didn't read the first one. I forgot about it.
It was really good, man. It was really good. But I mean, it's Step by Bloody Step. Then you've got I like Sweet Paprika, but there's Rush. Um, bro, I can't. That week is going to kill me. Let alone just getting
Damn,
like
that is a
maybe
lot.
two. Harbinger. I like Dynamite's Panther. I read the first one. I'm interested to see the second one.
Hopefully, it at least
Zombies
comes
versus
out.
robots. Yeah,
The new Image one.
yeah, yep, yep.
I'm jealous. I mean, I've talked about it before. I just, I try to stick to 10 to 12 books. I realistically can't financially buy all of that.
No, I get it. I get it. Well, I mean, I'm lucky to get these, right? But at the same time, I'm also like, okay, you know, what am I not going to get? Because
See, that's what
I
I
do
do
have to
too.
set some limits. Because every time I go in there, I want these, but I got those, right? Does that make sense? Like I know these are the ones I want, but when I get into the LCS, reality takes over, things set in, and I say to myself, okay, I wanted that, but I can read it, right? Like at least like Marvel's online. Some of these are online. I can use a subscription to catch up that one later. Or maybe it's really cool, but trade paperback, man. So I'm
Yeah.
learning that way. Learning that way.
That's how I get with some of these books too. It's like it's not even that, if they were all $4, $5 at absolute most, cool.
Yeah.
But We Live came out last week. You had to buy both of them. I think they were $5 each. So $10 just between those two books. I ended up, I think, with a total of 13 or 14 books, and it actually came out to like 70, 78, $79. And it's like, I didn't even get that many books. I only got like 15 at absolute most. So those were that. I think Marvel had two 6.99 books.
Yeah.
And it catches up to you.
Dude,
It's
Heathens is $7.99. I didn't even know that until I was checking out and like,
that
wait,
book's
wait,
7.99.
$7.99? Yeah. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. I was just
I,
like, and I was already like, he had already rung it up, so I wasn't going to be like, take that off. So, it's just like the epitome of like,
right. Hey, put that one back.
really, dude. So I was just kind of like, all right, we're gonna let it go. But damn, $7.99. I'm like, it's not that good.
The first issue was cool. I started the first issue, and then when I moved, I actually completely forgot about it. And then as I'm doing the videos, and someone's like, did you ever repick up Heathens? I was like, what the hell's Heathens? And I was like, oh my god, that's the Aftershock series. I was reading that. And yeah, I missed out on a bunch of ones. Hot Mustard Gas, what's going on, bro? I appreciate you popping into this one from popping into the Whatnot ones too. And Jeffy Nat, what's going on? But
How's
man,
it going,
yes,
guys?
that's a
But yeah,
that's a
no,
lot of money, man.
it is. It is. So I'm having to. I am making sack. Like the thing is though too. Like next week, I'm not gonna get as many books. This week, I did not get as many books. I did get some, but like you, I walked out with 11. I mean, in total, like right. So normally I'll come home with like, 20 books to that extent, things of that nature on the reg. And I'm just like, no, I got to wait for 2 weeks because I got to kind of like, set aside a little bit extra budget for that one.
Yeah, I think for me too personally what plays into it is I don't get books for free and I don't get anything early. Like I can't, even though I work at the shop, I don't get them on Tuesday or whenever they show up. I get
Yep.
them Wednesday, probably about an hour before the shop opens, mainly because I'm already going to be there.
True,
And
true.
then that's when my day starts. I read the books, I make the video, I edit the video, and then right after that I go straight into the Dynamite stream. And once that's over, I put the finishing touches on the video and ready to upload today. And it's
Video
just,
editing's brutal.
I know, that's why I'm going to pay you, I said.
Man, you want to know how much the hospital pays me per hour to do those things? You don't want that. You don't want that.
I can't, I know it. I know
you think
YouTube
your
pays
books
me a month.
Are expensive. Man, no, anytime you need help, brother, let me know. But yeah, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I actually got 10, bro. 10
this week.
Yeah, 10, and 2 of them are variants. So, I mean, technically,
I actually got 12. I didn't review the last book you'll ever read, issue number 6, because it's funny. So I have, I think, 1 and 2, and then when I moved here, I wasn't able to get 3, and I was like, all right, that's all good. Thought I ordered it. I put it on my pull list. Never got 4, never got 5, and then all of a sudden 6 showed up in my box. I was like, oh, okay. Well, now I own like 1, 2, and 6, or 1, 2, 3, and 6.
Oh,
but it's
you
a
need
good
4
series.
and 5.
It's a real good series. Yeah, I think so. I'd have to double check.
Double check. Let me know. My shop's got a bunch of them left, so yeah, I could definitely find a few.
I don't know if my shop does. In my brain, I just assumed it wasn't on my pull list anymore, and I never really looked for it again.
This is the one I got the variants of, the new Catwoman.
Nice. Those are good covers.
These were the I think. Yeah.
See, but even in my brain, I can't justify, if I buy cover A, I can't buy any other covers. I just can't do it.
I'm usually like that. I've been a cover A boy for the last few months, 100%. But I thought this was just number one. This was a super dope cover A, right? I love this cover A. This was just ridiculously cool. Number 2, I love the Batman movie. I think Zoe Kravitz did a great job. This was fantastic.
I still haven't seen the movie. I was supposed to go on Sunday and it didn't pan out in my favor. And then we were supposed to go Monday and it still didn't pan out.
Man, I'm just got to come out to Pennsylvania and drag your ass out there or something, dude.
Please do.
Just make me have a life.
I'll try, man. I'm telling you, it's been crazy with just how busy things have been. I feel like I've been working literally 12 to 13-hour days since I moved here.
Oh, I don't doubt that, dude. Especially with moving. Moving's the worst. The worst.
It is.
By Lines with Blood. Good one.
I heard that's a good series. I'm not reading that one though. But is that Aftershock? No, that's Image, isn't it? By Lines with Blood. It is Aftershock. Mm-hmm. I feel like, or no, is it Step by Bloody Step? That one's Image, isn't it?
Step by Bloody Step is Image. Yeah.
All right, they both came out roughly the same time, I think.
They did. Yeah, and it's both good in their own ways, but
different series.
Basilisk is stepping it up. Basilisk stepped it up again. I mean, it was really high on my list for a while. Then the hiatus happened. I didn't know was coming, and it came back with a fury. This last episode, I was very impressed. It's back on my. You know this. I love this. I tell you everybody about it every single time.
I almost don't even want to hear a single thing because I just know how good it is.
It is. This I got because of you.
It's good.
I love AWA, but I was never a wrestling guy, and you were just like, this was so good. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do it.
I'm a big wrestling guy too. I used to be. I don't watch as much as I used to, but it kind of hits.
Yeah. Life Zero. I got this one. Keeping up with this with Blaze.
Is that good?
It's not bad.
The artwork looks really good.
It is. So for me, I like to give the first 3 a good read, right? Like for me, I give it the 3. If it doesn't fascinate me or make any upticks, I'm out. But I usually give it the 3. Heathens.
Oh, I was gonna say, what even is that?
$7.99. Yeah.
Ooh, that hurts, man. Hot
Yeah.
Mustard Gas got a good question for both of us, and the only reason I want to cut you off to say this is because you just had up last book you'll ever read. Do you buy variants that come in the black poly bags? And I know I have a couple of those. I haven't opened them, but I do have a couple.
I've got a couple of issue 1 and 2. That's it.
I think that's literally what I have, 1 and 2 for that series. I typically don't buy them ever, though.
No, I don't
Personally.
either. Well, I don't, because at the same time too, it's just kind of like, you know, I get it. Some people are heinously into it. It's art. It totally, absolutely is. Nothing against it. And goodness knows, these are still visceral books on the inside. The cover's not the cover's not anything special compared to what you can see when you crack it open.
Yeah.
However, at the end of the day, it's just not my bag, right? But because it was this story, I was like, all right, I'll get one. And I got
Now,
one.
did you open it?
Yes, I did one.
I was gonna say, I don't even know what it looks like. I didn't even open it.
I did one just because I was like, I wonder what these are. They're making them like so special. But yeah, I didn't go beyond that. I didn't go beyond that one.
Yeah.
I opened the one and I didn't open the other. So, I kind of felt bad after looking at it because it wasn't at the same time too. It was okay. I was kind of like, oh, that was dumb. So like, just should have gotten 3 more A's. But yeah,
it's a good series.
This was
Slumber. That was such a last second pickup for me.
This was my favorite book that I read last week.
It was good.
New like new story is good, right?
Someone actually just mentioned that Madman Paul. See what it's about, dude. It's cool. I was gonna say we should talk about it, but I don't want to ruin it for you.
I don't want to ruin it. No, not at all. It's to me, it's just Friday the 13th meets the Zodiac Killer in a way, right? So
I think my comparison, I used Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh yeah. I always say Friday the 13th. It is Nightmare on Elm Street. You're absolutely right. Yeah, I feel like for some reason I always confuse those two.
It happens. I feel like I slightly disrespected the series in the video. I said it's like a knockoff Nightmare on Elm Street, and after I edited, I was like, it's not a knockoff. I didn't know the right word at the time, so I just said it's like a knockoff. It's not. It's a fantastic read.
It's an homage.
Yeah,
it's an homage. Yeah, absolutely, dude. I really enjoyed that. That was at least fun, right? So
it was a fun read.
Yeah,
it had it all.
I mean, it did, and I'm interested to see where the next one's going to go. I mean, was it like something is killing the children or sick tick or like many other different stories, like episode 1? No, it wasn't like holy crap. I'd say it was a good 4 out of 5, but I'm there. I'm definitely getting issue 2, and it was the most fun. Yeah. Right? It was just like, I'm this is cool. I'm learning new things I've never heard about. I'm getting introduced to an author a writer I had never really totally familiar with.
I was gonna say, I don't even know who wrote it.
Smith something or other.
Smith something.
I'm pulling it out now. Pulling it out, everybody.
Did you also get the I mean, we're gonna go through other books, but the Clay People Colossus? Did you grab that?
No, I couldn't. My shop didn't get it.
Oh, they didn't get it? It was a good one shot. It was a good one shot.
Tyler Burton Smith.
I'm gonna be honest, I've never heard of it.
Me neither, and I was impressed. I had never heard of him. Illustrator Vanessa Cardinale. And the illustration's okay. I mean, it's not my 100% bag, but it's definitely a lot of people's. I mean, I know I've seen lots of things with this kind of art to it, but at the end of the day, I was definitely impressed with the writing for a debut.
Yeah, it definitely pulled me in.
Yeah.
And I think it pulled me in because it almost felt like there was, I don't want to call it like 2 separate plot lines going on, but kind of 2 or 3. I mean, you had that one agency that dealt with the dreams. You had the detectives. You've got the killer. I mean, there's a lot going on, and it felt very complete for just the first issue. It really tied it all together. So going forward, definitely fun. Yeah,
actually, I got some Fallen vibes from it. Did you ever see that Denzel Washington movie?
Fallen.
Where there's like a demon, like he used to be an angel. He's a demon, and anytime he touches somebody, he can jump into their body. It's like you just see him through he always sings this song, "Time is on my side," and then he'll touch somebody, and they'll go, "Yes, it is." And he'll be walking by, and the thing is, like, he's just walking through all these people right around Denzel Washington. If you get the chance to see Fallen, you'll catch some vibes from this.
Yeah, I was
I
gonna
just
say
thought of that. I'm like, this is more Fallen meets Nightmare on Elm Street.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking it up right now. I actually don't think I've ever seen this, and I've seen pretty much every Denzel movie.
Oh man, this is a good one. Fallen is a good one.
Yeah,
Anybody
I'm
out there
excited
that's seen
now.
Fallen, testify for me, because it was a good, yeah, with John Goodman.
I was gonna say I
Absolutely.
saw his picture. I definitely
Mhm.
need to see it too. I was like, man, John Goodman too. Okay.
Yeah, it was a good movie. I mean, yeah, I was impressed. I was impressed, and the ending was just like, damn,
Yeah.
it was just like, wow, that was cool. So
Now,
it definitely spooks you.
uh, super quick. I forget. I know I've asked you before. Did
Yep.
you end up reading Gideon Falls?
No,
No.
no, no.
This
It's
is
not that I
kind
don't
of
want to. I just
it's
haven't been
good.
able to.
They've got one hardcover out. Definitely,
I'll have to
invest in
go look
that.
for it then. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So my thing is I really want to keep talking about these new comic book day books. This was a really good week. But
No,
I
just
saw
go
this
ahead, man.
question, and these happen to be two of my favorite series, and I know one of them you love. My only problem I had with Gideon Falls is the first half was way better than the second half. That first half, I read, I think, the first 11 issues like immediately, like back to back. I could not stop. It was phenomenal. And then all of a sudden, it took more of a sci-fi route, and it went really away from the horror that they were really trying to, do in the very beginning. Kind of lost me. I really need to reread it, and that is 100% a series that you should just sit down and read it at once. Some of
Yeah,
those
like
issues,
get the compendium, get the yeah.
yeah, because there's not a lot of dialogue. I mean, it's Jeff Lemire, Andrea Sorrentino. You've read Primordial. You've read, I'm
Yep.
sure, a few of those ones.
Yep.
Imagine it being like Primordial, except more horror. So
Okay.
there's not a lot of dialogue. You have to
Yep.
really rely on the pictures, like
Yep.
the art. But when the dialogue is there, it's great dialogue. It's a very complete, good story, but that second half is really off the goddamn wall, and it's a lot more sci-fi. Still
Yeah.
very good, but I wish they would have stuck with the horror.
They just changed enough of it that it was just not something you could really, I don't want to say not tolerate, but it just made such a turn.
It
It
was a
just
big turn,
yeah.
big turn.
No, I get it. I get it. I've seen books do that before, and it's just, oh, like you were
Yeah,
there, and
that's
then
how
all of
I
a sudden it's
felt.
like I feel like I'm getting to that point with like Department of Truth, like where it's just so many twists. I'm just like, I can't keep up with it, right? It's too many things.
I think
So
so. I obviously I love that series. It's fantastic, but I slightly agree to the extent that when you say there's a lot going on, it almost feels like there's no direct plot anymore because they just did the issue with the Mothman. They did the little couple issues with
yep.
Bigfoot. They did the few issues with the aliens. Like what is the main plot at this point? Obviously, we have Cole as the main character and whatever that other kind of rednecky character is that's trying
Yeah.
to get him to go to the other side. But other than that, I mean, that's not a main plot at this moment, it feels like.
No, no. It just kind of it's the good guys are bad guys are good, the good guys are bad again. The good, it's just kind of like
Oh yeah, they're trying to convince which ones. Yeah, there's a lot going on.
I love Tinian. 100%. Always on board. But that one's it's just getting a little bit too far down a rabbit hole for me to really be like, okay, I got to get this episode this week. Like I've got friends like like Nomas and all the other guys that I do different shows with, but that one I'm just kind of like I'm tapping out, guys. Like enjoy, like have fun. I know it's cool, but I just can't. I just can't keep up with it.
I mean,
Philadelphia. Mwah.
oh yeah,
Nina Hall's Nightmare
Philadelphia.
Blog.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was gonna say if you're reading one, you at this point you really need to read the other. The last issue they kind of tied it more together a little bit more. Not
Yeah.
crazy, but they're making small connections, and I think at some point it's really going to connect.
Mm. Agreed. They're definitely building a little horror universe pocket out for themselves, and you see those tones. I'm definitely down with it. I'm definitely down with it. 100%. But yeah,
Brandon
otherwise
said,
can't go wrong.
"Did you read this issue?"
Rain. I read the second one. It was just so damn weird. I didn't get the third one. Won't
Is
lie.
it? So I really like Joe Hill, and I didn't know that he wrote that series.
Really?
Yeah, I just
Yeah,
saw
that's true.
Rain, saw it as a new series, and I was like, "Oh, cool." But I'm a big horror fan, so I, didn't have an opportunity to. I
But did,
cannot block this user. Naked
oh,
HD, guys. If you click on it, there could be online strips without clothing. I mean, I can't block them, so
strips without clothes. I mean, it's the strips that have clothing on that I hate.
yeah. But yeah, I didn't know that Joe Hill wrote that, and I'm typically on board with all of Joe Hill stuff.
So you haven't read it, or you're going to,
I would
or
like to. I actually have issue 1 here, mainly because so the shop gave me like 2 months worth of back issues to start moving. So I've got like
oh,
7 long boxes of books, and that happened to be in there, and I was like, "Oh, I'd like to read this." Rogue Sun's in there too, so now I have an opportunity to read it.
definitely read Rogue Sun, man. 100%. That and the whole, what's it called? This new Radiant Black kind of universe that they're building. Um, I'm I'm enjoying it. It was super great. Yeah, super great.
So, do you need to read those to continue on with Radiant Black? Like, is it tied in that
Nope.
way? Is it just a little series of its own?
It's just connecting a universe, right? Now there's just gonna be more than, it's just getting bigger. He's expanding the universe of characters surrounding. So it's kind of like, X-Men breaking off into, more mutants. Oh, look, we got Excalibur. Oh, look, we've got, X-Men Blue and Gold.
Oh,
Oh,
I
look, we got,
know.
now these aren't teams, these are solos, but it's just kind of, it started with Radiant Black and it's just expanding. So yeah.
Dude, what was I gonna look
Brand,
up? So,
Brandy's
what
got a
was it?
question about silver coin. She knows you like that.
Oh, this week's issue? This week's issue was fire. Honest to God. So with this one, I always talk about. Are you not reading the series?
Me,
Yeah.
I'm not actively getting it right now. I'm waiting for more of the trade paperbacks to start coming out. Because like I said, I had to start to make some sacrifices
Oh, that
on
wasn't
which
one of
ones
them.
I actively collect. So
Ah.
I've got the first 4. And after that, I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna start just holding out for collections.
Uh yeah, so this issue was fantastic. Usually I just say you can pick them up, you can read pretty much any issue and just kind of get an idea of what's going on. It's similar to Ice Cream Man to an extent. You don't really need to
Oh,
read every single issue. It's just
yeah.
the main focus is on the silver coin, and the silver coin gets in somebody else's hands, and all of a sudden, shit happens. This one
Yep.
though is a part 2 of the end of the first arc. So the end of the first arc was an origin of the coin, and
Yep.
now this one was a modern, like present day continuation off of that.
Oh, cool.
So you, to an extent, could read it as a new reader and be like, "All right, this is a cool issue," but you wouldn't know the backstory behind it.
Yeah, I can
So if
understand
you're
that.
reading it, it would be really cool. If you just happen to pick it up for the hell of it, then you probably still would think it's really cool, but
I'll
it
check it
wouldn't be
out.
as cool. A
Yeah,
hundred
I'm
percent.
still just trying to read. I'm trying to get more books like you have behind you. I have a closet full of singles, and I need to start to get to more easier ways of keeping my stories that I enjoy organized. So yeah, I'm starting to get more trade paperbacks and doing that route.
I'm actually at the point where when a series is done, I basically sell it off and hope a trade paperback hardcover comes out for it. I At this point I really don't care about almost any single issue that I have. Like the Spider-Man one, we've got one more issue, and once that's done, I'm gonna move that whole series and forget it ever existed and move on to the next one.
I can understand that. I can
Brian
understand that.
Latchy in the house. Let's go, Brian. Brian's a good guy, Phil. I know you don't know Brian, but me and him go
I'm
way
still
back.
learning a lot of people on YouTube, man. I've got a lot of people on Instagram. I can just be like, hey, you, and over here all of a sudden just like, I don't know anybody. I got 50 followers.
No,
I'm from.
I grew up with Brian.
Oh, that's cool, man. Yeah, I'm trying to get to 10K. I think 10K is going to be my goal this next month. So,
Of what? Instagram?
followers on Instagram. Yeah,
I
that's
was
my
gonna
goal.
say because I know you just like casually started YouTube. I was like 10K in 1 month. That's a hell of a goal.
Oh, I'm gonna have to start doing something different on YouTube, bro. So, gonna have to start. Gonna have to start to get some other different people on my shows.
Yeah, I was
Whole other
gonna
different
say
kind of thing.
I've been doing this for I think a little over 2 years, and I'm almost at 8. So I was like, 10K in 1 month. All power to you. You could do it. I mean, you got the editing skills, you got the equipment. I'm sure you can figure things out.
I'll get to
But
something, but I'm not planning
oh
on
yeah,
thousands anytime soon. Instagram was a fluke. I found Reels because I'm almost 1 year old on Instagram. So
that's
once,
it.
yeah, yeah. I mean, you and I met with my private account. Like I was on Instagram as just a private person. I would buy comics here or there, and some of the auctions I'd see you in, like Pink Moon and stuff like that, right? But that's how we knew each other previously. Then I started doing my own content, and that was March, April of a year ago, as One True Nerd King. So yeah, but Reels is what got me there. You knew that because I was one of the only people doing Reels in comics at that point, trying that
100%.
hard. So that was easy for me to all of a sudden just took off with that.
And
Now
now
it's harder. Everybody's in it now.
yeah. That's why I know I'm 100% late to the game too, but that's why I've been making so many YouTube shorts. I mean, you got me
Yeah.
hooked on the idea of Reels. I'm having a lot of fun with it. And it's just so like, I don't know. I think to myself when I sit down and I'm going to make a video and I want to make this for somebody. I see
Mhm.
people and I'm not going to, talk about people who make content because, they enjoy doing it. That's what they like.
Yes.
But if I'm making an actual video, I'm not going to just put out some 3 to 5 minute video that's like piss poor edited, that
Yeah.
just is me sitting in front of a camera talking about something. I want to put out some really quality content, something that I would
Proud of.
sit down and watch that I'm proud of. Yes.
Mhm.
But YouTube Shorts, a little 30-second clip of, this is the book I'm reviewing, boom, quick. It doesn't
Yep.
require much editing. If a 30-second clip maybe takes me 10-15 minutes at absolute most, but I
Yeah.
spend hours on these videos, and then I see people who put out a video every single day, and I think there is no way that is possible. I don't
Templates.
understand how you can do it.
It's templates. It's just templates. They're just keeping things timed to be right and just running through templates.
It's like I sit down and I watch some of it, and I even think to myself, who the hell even has time to sit down and watch a new content like that every single day? Imagine you watch 2 separate people.
My goal is to be doing a live each day. That's it. That's my goal. Not weekends. Weekends I'm off. But I was doing that on Instagram, and that's something I feel like I can maintain on YouTube now that I'm starting to kind of
Bro.
build something over there. But yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal.
Oh
So
wait, now I got your little picture. That's Brian from the shop. That's awesome, man. Thank you for popping in, saying what's good. I
what
saw
are the
Brian pop
further
in before. What's good?
Oh, sorry. Scott asked, like, what are your further thoughts on Slumber? I know we don't want to get into spoilers because it's only been out a day, 100%, but it's got
I'm usually
legs.
I'm usually cool with spoilers, but
Oh,
not
okay.
like
If you're
every
cool,
detail. Yeah,
okay. Like, I mean, because we can get into spoilers if you just want to tell, like, if you don't want to hear this, stick your fingers in your ears for the next few minutes. But
I haven't
I'm,
seen Manny or Madman Paul pop in for a minute. Um, so I mean, I'm down to get into it super quick though, especially because Brian's in here, and then Brandy
yeah,
mentioned this. Stopped in the counter today, picking my weeklies. They changed the whole indie section around. Looks a lot cleaner, much easier to find books. If you guys are in the area and you have not been to the encounter, honest to God, we did it like a massive overhaul on so many areas. We got the gaming area back. We've got a whole statue section, and just that whole backside that was kind of put with comics. Then we had some other prints and just stuff in the back, all basically got cleared out. And I mean, I always tell you guys, you got to stop in. They've got everything. It's always like half off too. Everything is like, I don't want to call it dirt cheap, but it damn near is.
that's
I mean,
awesome, man.
I mean, I'm not just hyping it up because I work there. I mean, I hyped this place up even before I started working there. This is just a plus now because it really is a cool shop.
I wish I lived by you, man, because that would be a lot cooler. Because granted, I love my little LCS. I do, but it's a little LCS. with not really enough patronage to necessitate getting some of the indies and things like, because all of a sudden he'll order a few indies and Phil picks up one. Maybe he gets two because he's going to do a giveaway or something like that, right? And
Mm-hmm.
then all of a sudden he didn't move it, so he's just kind of like, yeah,
Yep.
it's
It
mostly
happens.
Pokemon cards and board games. That's 90% of the shop, and then there's this little comic corner. But we'll see, we'll see.
But that's I talked about it too. Same thing when I was out in Oklahoma. And it's like, oh, I missed out on this book mainly because I didn't pre-order it. But at the same time, it's like, well, they don't get a lot of books for that reason. They don't want that to just sit on the shelves. They don't have another means to be able to move these books. That someone comes in and buys it or they don't.
I
So
honestly want to talk to him, just be like, dude, just let me go live from your shop sometime, and like just be good at packing and shipping. If you guys can nail that down, like I'll help you move these books, because most of the people that follow me on Instagram are people from auctions, right? So they're
yep.
they're 100% just like, oh, buy books, especially on, like, I used to do those new comic book day shows on Wednesdays, bringing those back, by the way.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, I think
Who'd
probably
you used
about
to do
4 weeks.
that with?
I used to do that with JT Ripple Pressing with
JT Ripple Press.
recasters. I haven't seen, and he's just been kind of gone. So I haven't
Yeah.
seen him in a long time, but good dude, but just haven't seen him in a while. But the shop that we were going to at the time just had a little bit more of an opinion, like we were employees, and man, I'm not getting paid. Nobody was sending me books. Nobody was giving me anything.
That's kind of
I
a
was
shame.
just I was just being cool, right? At first during COVID, there was no way for people to get books. So I just wanted to be cool and make sure people could get books. And all of a sudden it turned into like they're ordering extra because so many people are coming in from online to buy books. And one week, JT got COVID and I was working, man. I work in the hospital. Like, we don't, it was a pandemic. I don't get to take it off. And they got super mad and just like called out my post, like, if you can stand, you can be here and whatever. I'm like, man, no, I'm not. I'm like, I'm in Michigan, you're in New Jersey, and you don't pay me.
Wow.
Yeah, it got kind of ugly. So
That's
yeah, and
ridiculous.
so I'm gonna go in with some friends from Florida and some other ones from California and do a couple a day and on Wednesdays, and just be like, hey, just host them. They pack, they ship, they do it themselves, they keep the profits. I'm not getting crap. I just miss doing it. So if ever you guys want to hang, let me know. I'd be 100% cool with just dropping in my followers and letting people buy books. So just let me know,
Man,
homie.
I'm just like, I'm still trying to reel that in. That's like so shitty. You guys were going out of your way to really help him out, and then he's gonna get salty if you guys can't do it, knowing that you weren't getting anything out of it.
Well, I think JT might have had something going on with him. I don't know. It wasn't my business. I was helping him out and the shop, I thought, but I know I wasn't getting anything. So when somebody got mad at me, I took that personally. I'm just like, well, I'm out. I'm just like,
Mm.
I'm not doing this anymore. Sorry, friends. I'm going to work on this One True Nerd King thing that I've been doing. And that's just it. That's all I'm going to focus on. Because at
That's
the
what you should.
time, yeah, well, at the time I was focused all on this recasters thing, and that was somebody else. That was JT's brand and JT's thing, and it's like I'm doing all this work for somebody else. I'm like, what can I do for myself? And I just kind of dared myself, and yeah, I mean, yeah, I started the account in March, but I didn't really start pushing on it until June, July when I left that shop. So yeah,
Yeah, I mean, you guys
crazy.
definitely. I mean, you stepped it up in like every level, just production, quality, content. I mean, you got a load of followers. There's a reason you got all those followers. You know.
Well, we're all trying, man. It's all one of those things. You just keep on plucking away at it. I'm trying to learn how to
Agreed.
play a video game now, though. I've always had Switches until now. So I was thinking when you said the gaming thing, I got a PS5,
I have
and
one too.
then
So
we'll have to play sometime because I suck. Well, actually, we probably don't want to play. Let me play for a month or two and get a little bit decent again, because, like I said, I came from a Switch only, and
I
all
have
of
a
a
Switch.
sudden, I'm like, I tried the Squadrons game, and I'm just like, I can't even fly a TIE fighter or an X-wing. I'm like, I am the worst nerd right now.
I
Like,
was
I'm
gonna
not a
say,
nerd
is that the
thing. I'm
game you're
like,
playing?
well, that was one of the ones I'm playing. I did that thing where like your friend logs in as well,
Oh,
and you
okay,
can
yeah, yeah.
share libraries. So I mean, this guy's got everything. So yeah, that's what I'm kind of learning right now. The
What else have you
Spider-Man
been
games,
playing?
playing
Oh,
that.
that's a fun one.
Elden Ring.
Oh
Uh,
shit, you're playing that?
yeah,
What do you think?
uh, it's pretty cool.
Wait, have you played Dark Souls at all?
No.
You didn't play
So
Dark Souls?
maybe there's things in there I'm missing.
All right, guys, and on that note, we lost Phil. He's never played Dark Souls, but jumped straight to Elden Ring, so it's just gonna be me tonight.
You are the
No, I'm
worst.
kidding.
Returner though. Returner is one I'm getting that I want to try really bad.
I heard that's a. I heard it's okay.
Really?
It
Damn.
looks really good though, but I hear it's okay.
It does look good.
So that's why I never bought it.
But at the same time, man, like I said, I'm new to everything. PlayStation, Xbox. I've never had one. I've always been Nintendo, 100% Nintendo.
Now,
are you and everything else?
Are you an open world, like in Elden Ring? Are you an open world guy? Or are you you like a story? Well, there's a story in that game, but I mean, like not a pathway, but you know what I mean. There's some sort of direction.
I'm a bit of both. I think I like the open a little bit more because then I can do it in a lot more of a chill way. I don't have to feel like if I can't pass this one little section, this one little part, I can't go anywhere else in the game and have any fun, right? Because especially in story modes and you're trying to learn, and like I am right now, like I'm terrible at piloting, right? I'm getting better, but I'm terrible at piloting. So squadrons sucks ass. So, I'm mad as hell. I got to stop because I can't go any farther. If I can't complete the mission, I can't do anything else. But that's how I jumped into the other games. And, so
if I was you,
I like open worlds.
Try Dark Souls 1's older. Definitely older. They had a remaster for PS4, works on PS5. The game's perfection. It's an absolute masterpiece.
Okay.
Like I said, it's a little bit older. With that being said, if you enjoyed that, skip Dark Souls 2. That game is ass. Go straight to 3. 3 is like you said before, chef's kiss. That game, it's incredible. And Elden Ring. So Elden Ring takes all the good qualities of those games, but they also implement the open world to it. I'm still playing Dark Souls 3. I started Elden Ring and I was like, I'm going to go back to the Dark Souls 3. Not that I don't like Elden Ring. It's that I don't know. There's just so much that you just miss. And I mean, I know the same thing too. And it's just a real fun game. And you see Brian Latchy here, bud. So Elden Ring is great.
I see a band coming on. Is that what this is going to be?
Here's the thing. This boy never played those games either. He went straight to Elden Ring. And then he played Dark Souls 3. He came over and said, man, this game's stupid. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, it's exactly what he did. There it is. No, it's true. No, this is true. Look, he said Dark Souls 2, trash.
Well,
trash.
At least that's one thing you guys got in common then for sure.
That game is absolute trash. That is the best way to put it. That's the only way to put it, actually.
I'm going to have to learn about a lot of the different games out there, honestly, because like I said, I've always debated doing it, but it was always like as a dad, you're starting to get in that mindset. Like there's just things that you don't do for yourself. You'll do for anyone else, but you don't do for yourself. And my daughter's 15, so I figured myself. Like I got her a Switch, I got everybody's Switch. Everybody's got something to play video game wise, and I'm just sitting down there, just like, well, I hope you guys are all having fun playing Animal Crossing for the billionth time. I'm still here. So I was.
She goes, look at this little tent that I built. It's like, oh wow, that looks awesome.
So yeah, like she wouldn't let her mother gather any of this stuff on the island. So I had to get her an independent Switch of her own to be able to play the game. It's been ridiculous. So yeah. Anyways, but I'm enjoying it so far, but I'm not very good at it. Not very good at all.
It happens. You gotta, you learn. It's a very challenging game. You gotta learn.
Yeah, I'm afraid so. I'm figuring that out.
I mean, I'm
figuring that out.
I pretty much only play a couple times a week anyway, mainly on the weekends. But shit, we still have a lot of books that we didn't get through, and we're almost an hour in at this point.
Tell me what books you got. Let's go through them.
Well, we talked about some. Let's see. We talked about Slumber. Where's that at? We talked about Slumber. I think of course, it's the last one. We already talked about that. Did you get anything from Scout Comics this week?
My shop didn't get any of the Scouts in. It didn't get Scout or Black Caravan, which I know is Scout, but
Rad Wraith.
Black Caravan. Yep, Rad Wraith. I didn't get
Playthings.
Didn't get that.
If you
Yep.
get one or the other, you got to get Rad Wraith. Playthings is still really cool though.
It's just a cool premise. I love it. Kid gets killed in the half pipe, cursed burial ground. It
Yeah,
just
it's
sounds cool.
awesome.
It sounds cool, but yeah, I haven't gotten to
You
see
read
it or
this?
read it. Stillwater just didn't work for me, dude.
That's because it sucks. Yeah, I'll say it. I'll say it.
Stillwater didn't work for me, so because of that, I didn't even bother. I was just
I
like,
didn't. I didn't think it sucked. I was hooked in the beginning for a little bit. I like Chip Zdarsky. Yeah, I was intrigued by it. I thought it was cool, but then it really set in that you're not going anywhere other than Stillwater, and it's like, okay, all right. Not only can no one die, not only do they not let anyone leave this small tiny town. What are we doing here? And then it kind of got a little off the wall. Didn't really hate it by any means, but the solicitation came out for that book, the description. It's like everything you wanted to hear, everything you wanted to know about City of Stillwater. Actually, you know what? Screw that. I'm going to read exactly what these fools lied about.
yeah.
I got it right here. And I was actually extremely disappointed in it. So this book
Really?
says, yeah, it said literally in screaming capital letters, the answers you demanded. They say no one ever dies in Stillwater. No one gets to leave. But even those who have freed themselves of the town, are they truly escaping? This groundbreaking, that's a bull-faced lie. Extra length, special edition, blah, blah, blah. No, let me tell you exactly what happened in this. We had a couple of the main characters sit down for story time around a freaking campfire.
Oh no.
And they start telling stories about people that they've heard that left the town of Stillwater and what happened to them. No, that is not answering the questions that we demanded. That was
Dude.
no. I was so disappointed. I hated that Amazing Spider-Man tie-in so bad that I hated that Stillwater issue even more. I was debating on putting them both out of a top 10 list and just starting at 9.
Really? That's
Still
awesome, dude.
Stillwater was bad though. The tie-in, I at least, it's a tie-in. I
Yeah.
usually have zero expectations for them. This time I was a little disappointed because the other ones were pretty good. But the whole Amazing Spider-Man series at this moment, the last couple issues were all pretty rough. And now I'm not even looking forward to the ending. It started off really strong and it just done. But Stillwater, oh my God. Got me
I
all
can't.
hyped on that one. That was at least Hot Mustard Gas said the same thing. At least finally someone said it. Stillwater's boring.
It
I
is.
talked to some people that are like, yo, this is incredible. What's incredible about it? The story, the town, the people, the characters. The characters aren't even well developed.
If I had to pick something great by Zdarsky out right now, it'd be New Bern.
New Burns, it really is. That's a phenomenal series.
That if I had to take one thing from Zdarsky that I really enjoyed, besides like Daredevils, I would 100% just say New Bern. New Bern's it for me.
Now I'll tell you what, only because you brought up his Daredevil series. This actually, I talk about this one with Rex from Dynamite. I feel like all the time. This bothers me to the core.
Uh-oh.
They are literally ending the Chip Zdarsky Daredevil series to restart the Chip Zdarsky Daredevil series at issue number 1. He's writing the new series of Daredevil.
Is this like a new volume thing or what the hell?
I don't know. They're ending his series to restart his series.
Oh, God.
That's Marvel. They want new readers with a new issue number 1. I'm telling you.
Well,
Marvel.
now that they're supposedly rebooting Charlie Cox as Daredevil, you hear that announcement?
I
CBR
didn't. I just
confirmed?
assumed.
Well, yeah, we all hoped, but it like is a total reboot though. Like Charlie Cox is going to get to be Daredevil, but it's going to be a reboot of Daredevil. It's not going to be Netflix Daredevil per se, other than the fact it was the actor.
Kingpin better still be there. I mean, I didn't see
Well,
Hawkeye
he is.
yet,
He's
but
in
I know.
Hawkeye. He is 100% Kingpin still there. I mean, is Foggy? Is everyone else? I don't know, but
Foggy was good too. I liked him. I liked Foggy. That was a good.
yeah,
Good
Karen was
character.
all right. I liked her
Karen's
as
all right.
well.
She's replaceable if we really had to,
If you had to, I'd like Elektra back, but I don't know.
whatever.
That's why I'm an indie fan. The big two just don't do it for me. I'd agree, and at the same time too, Image is getting hit and miss with doing it for me too. It's almost like a big 3, and then everything else.
Yep.
I'm
Image,
still a big believer
AWA,
that it's a
and
big 3.
Vault.
I'm AWA, Vault, Aftershock, those guys. Some Boom's been kind of losing steam for me though, outside of the Sick Tick series, but DC Black Label's been picking it up, but they're kind of like, you know, what's the word I want to use? Like grandfathered in Vertigo. You know, at the end of the day, is it really DC? No, it's kind of
That's
Vertigo.
that's how I kind of feel. That's why I usually pick them up.
Yeah, no.
Uh-oh. I don't know if it's me, but I think you're froze, bud. Well, at least we get to look at him with open mouth, just at least I hope it's
Sorry, dude. My internet went out. Apologies. Came
no,
back.
it's not.
All of a sudden, my VPN goes, it's down. Oh, we're back. So, and we're live. My
No, I
bad.
like what other people have been saying too. Even Hot Mustard Gas, the rest of the big two sucks. I mean, I mean, if they watch my channel, they're gonna assume huge indie fan, obviously, but they're always like, "Oh, you're huge Marvel over DC." Well, if we're being completely honest here, DC definitely not a fan of. Just, I'm sorry, it is what it is. I'll pick up Black Label stuff. I like those stories. But Marvel, I mean, Miles Morales, I like that. Other ongoing stuff, I mean, I really don't like Thor. I'm not a fan of Hulk. I'm not reading Daredevil anymore. Amazing Spider-Man hasn't been good. They really I haven't been a big fan of almost anything that they've been coming out with, to be quite honest. I know we talked about it a couple weeks back on the thing, but I can't remember uh everyone's opinion on it. But even Donny Cates, like he's being looked at as like this god for Marvel, writing all the greatest stuff ever. Those series are not good, in my opinion. Venom was all
No.
right at best. It started off incredible, just like Thor did, and it's not very good, I don't think.
I was talking about it with John's Comics with kids the other day on IG, and it's just symbiote fatigue. Like,
Oh, it's tough.
I'm just tired of symbiotes.
I was
I
talking
don't
to
give a
Rex
shit.
about that too.
I don't care anymore about. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. That too. Yeah, I remember that conversation because that's why I said it was over symbiotes oversaturated the market, and all of a sudden I don't need another Carnage story. It's not that awesome. I don't care about the other. Like, give me Venom. I don't need Venom's son. I don't need him to be going to the god of the symbiotes in space. Just whatever, man. I don't know. I'm not on that kick.
I mean, yeah, like you said, Venom. So I think the timeline was Venom with Donny Cates, not including any other weird random stuff that happened in between, but Venom ended with a brand new Venom story right then and there. But still in between that, I think we had Extreme Carnage with a load of tie-ins. And then now we have this Venom series. We have another Venom series that I believe is ongoing. That's the Venom Lethal Protector run. So there's going to be two separate Venom runs going at the same time, while we have a brand new Carnage ongoing series. And it's like, why? Pick one, figure it out. Does the Rom V Venom series, is it good? No. Well, that's probably why you need the next Venom series. Is that one going to be good? Hopefully. So at least one Venom fan is going to be able to pick one of them out of the bunch. But now you got to pick up Carnage. If you're a Spider-Man fan, obviously you're going to pick that up too, on top of Miles Morales. That's like 5 titles right then and there that deal with some sort of symbiote and, just a Spider-Man realm.
Yeah, and we got Gwen
And Gwen,
and all
that
those coming.
I was so excited for that new series. It was a fairly letdown. It was a letdown. I'm just
The
gonna put that.
Gwenverse.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
We read that literally 2 years ago with the Miles Morales Spider-Verse series. It's the same thing except Gwen.
yeah,
Oh, there's something wrong with the timeline and I have to fix it. Oh, look who showed up. Spider Zero. Oh, the same thing, except now it's Gwen and not Miles. And she's
yeah.
going to different dimensions to save people. So yeah, that's why she met the Thor Gwen. I can only imagine the other one she's gonna meet, just like Miles did.
X-23 Gwen and it's gonna be.
It's
I don't.
disappointing.
Yeah, there needs to be a little bit of imagination at some point. I'm just hopeful for television. I don't know. Sometimes part of me is just kind of like certain things about comics do need to die. Like just
Just
the
give it a
ability to
rest,
constantly
you know?
rehashing the same old stories and
I
tropes
know.
that needs to go away. I do think there's too many spiders. I think it'd be great if they could show up once in a while. I don't think everybody needs a solo series. I don't.
I
Um,
agree. I mean, look at it. Spider-Man, the ongoing. Miles Morales, Ben Riley, Spider-Man. I think that's just a mini series, but then we also have Savage Spider-Man on top of that. I'm sure I
yep.
missed another one, but
Yeah.
that's all still going on right now. That's insane.
Yeah.
Just end
No.
it for a little bit. Like the Spider-Man series, do you really need to end it just to restart it? Take some months off. Let this Venom one run its course for a little bit. I don't know how long Miles Morales is going to be going for, but let that take the reign and just be the main Spider series. You know what I mean? Just, I don't know. Oh man, I thought my man here was like lean back listening. Like that's a good thing you just said. My man froze again. Scott Wagner. Oh yeah, we got Spider Punk. I forgot about Spider Punk. That's insane to me. Scott Wagner, too many spiders. Absolutely. Carnage is played out. Not even to be honest, a good character. See, I like Carnage, but to an extent, I feel the same. I just feel the same way. Just man, that's a big face right there. You can deal with it. Same thing. I feel that, it is what it is. And there he is, my man. My line just totally crashed. Well, I'm good to go for a little bit. We'll keep talking about some of these books. Maybe he'll come back in. I'm at least going to go through the books that I did pick up if he pops in, or maybe he'll put some comments up, give his opinion. And then Don didn't even enjoy all the Spider-Mans in the last movie. All right, well, now you're talking crazy. I was a big fan of that one. Maybe it's nostalgia, but either way, I really enjoyed it. But all right. So since we talked about probably everything other than some of the books we actually did pick up, this one, these two, well, I don't even know what to do. All right, first up, I'll bring up this one. What's the furthest place from here? Issue number 5. It's cover A for it. Talking about that one for a little bit. I've been a little back and forth on that series. I wish I could just I don't know, put it up right here. Like we all are just here together. I don't know. I'll figure it out one day. This is only my second time kind of doing this one. So we're talking about what's the first place from here. Maybe I'll just stick it up like that. There we go. Whatever. And the first couple issues were kind of weird. I still do not like the way that the series itself is set up with the whole chapter list. It's like one page done, boom, next chapter. Oh, another page is done, next chapter. I do not like that. I don't. This issue, I thought it was slightly a letdown, mainly because, all right, Nerd King's back. Oh, thank God you're back.
Dude, sorry, brother. Keep going. Keep going. I'm listening. I'm intrigued.
My thought on it is maybe my brain was thinking, all right, so I kept having this mindset of it kind of reminds me of the movie The Warriors. All these families are coming together for a meeting because somebody screwed up. And this is going to be a few issues back. So if you're not reading the series, it's going to be a spoiler and you're a few issues behind. So it's one of those things. So our main family ended up killing, they're called the Strangers. They killed one of them. That's a big no-no. And now all the families came together. They're talking about, hey, who killed this stranger? We need to take care of this. And we got left on a cliffhanger in this issue. And I kind of thought everything was going to go down in this issue, and it didn't. So they built up 4 issue number 4, and 4 was the big kind of buildup. So it kind of went down a little bit, but this issue was a lot of action. And Brandy, if you're referring to the book I'm currently talking about, I 100% recommend waiting for a trade. You can blow through the issue insanely quick. And I mean, I can bring it up just so you can get an idea of what it even looks like. Because I'll tell you what, I'm telling you, the way that it's set up with the chapter list, I really don't like that at all. I think it's a major, major turnoff. But it's like, so that's what it looks like. So that's the artwork. That's honestly the amount of dialogue on most. But see, look at that. 1 page later, chapter 30 or chapter 33. All right, so here we go. There's 2 pages right there. Bang, another chapter. So it's almost as if they get started on an idea and then bang, the idea's over. And then they start on a fresh idea. And it's a lot of different perspectives in the story because at least right now, the family is kind of split up in the carnival. But I don't know. I would 100% wait. I'm going to keep going on it because I want to see how this plays out. And to be honest, I have no idea if this is an ongoing or if they're just ending it at like 12 or something. But I do know with this series you can buy like some weird deluxe edition thing. I know the shop had it. I don't know if Brian's still in the house or anyone else from the shop is watching, but we did have the deluxe one where it comes with like a vinyl album or something like that. And the way that it's designed, it's pretty cool. I'll see if I can look it up and get a picture of some sort. But it's meant for you to, I guess, read a little bit slower. And the album is supposed to be played in the background, and it makes it more dramatic and it adds effect to reading it. And I was like, yo, that is really cool. I don't know anyone that's bought it. I know the shop had it though.
So they Pink Floyd Wizard of Oz your ass is what you're saying.
I'm gonna try to bring it up super quick and bring it on the screen. But you can talk about your next book or another book that you would like to hear about.
Me? I mean,
Yeah.
I kind of breezed through the books I enjoyed from last week.
Oh yeah, you didn't get those other ones.
No, I didn't grab the others, but let me pull it up here. It's all right. I got you, boo boo. There's a couple books, like I said, I didn't end up getting to grab, unfortunately. It was just one of those kinds of crap weeks for me of being able to get the stuff I wanted. Witchblood did something similar in their issues. Witchblood was a good one. By recommending to play a song during certain selections. Yeah, that was a good series.
Here, I actually super quick, I have it up. In case
go ahead.
If anyone is interested, that's what it where are we at?
Oh,
it looks like that. Yeah, it looks like that. So reading it, it says every issue, blah, 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 featuring an exclusive cover and a 7-inch record with 2 songs from today's best Indian punk bands. See, I don't even know that. This issue, the punk rock legend Blake Schwarzenbach, Jawbreaker, Jester Brazil, Rising Star, Joyce Maynor. I think I've heard. I don't know. But the key is I guess you are supposed to listen to that while you are reading it. Super unique. Like I said, I don't know anybody that did that. But that's cool. I think that's really cool. Oh, Nick Brucey's in the house. What's going on, Nick? I hope you're actually tonight's Thursday. It's not even Friday. Tune in for I'm losing track of days. He does original artwork. Like I'm talking like original art from his personal collection. He does sales every Friday on the Experience channel. Even if like, I mean, I'm going to say like, yeah, pop in, like, you know, buy one of the pieces. But even if you don't want to buy it, I'm telling you, it is a very good time. It's interesting because he's got a story for all the pieces because it's his pieces of art.
That's cool, man.
And I obviously can't afford this type of stuff. But when I can pop in, I'm literally sitting there listening to it like, man, like, he'll literally be a story like, oh yeah, when I met him and, you know, he did this and then this happened and this happened. And, you know, I got this piece of art and, you know, he personally did that. And it's a whole story. It's cool.
Awesome, dude. I will check him out.
Definitely do that. And Scott Wagner, this one's for you for last book. There it is. He's grabbing it.
Yeah, this is a great book. Definitely developing the story a lot more. You know, is that not the last issue? No. I don't know how many issues there's going to be. This is number 6. I think it's like 8 or ongoing. I can't remember, but yeah, it was. I enjoyed this one again. My shop only gets the cover A's. I missed any of the other ones that came out with it. You know, just pulling it up right now as far as things go, what the other covers were, but I'm not seeing any of the other. Oh yeah, it was just black bag variants. I didn't get to see them, so I can't say how awesome they were or not, unfortunately. But I only got
Brandy
the black
made
bags
a comment.
for the first couple. Yeah, she did. She said they were pretty fire.
Yeah, I was gonna say I never opened mine either.
Yeah, they're the best. I'm a reader. I don't get a lot of books to just keep. Unfortunately, I have a hard time selling any of them. But I've just been in love with this. This is the best Cullen Bunn story. Like this is his best work. This is his best work. I still stand by that idea.
It's a really good one.
It is. So, you know, I'll look for 4 and 5 for you, homie. Because yeah, it's just that good. 100%. But yeah, if my shop ever got them, I would totally get them. They haven't. So I need to find a shop that sells them.
Make your way to Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I think there's a couple in Grand Rapids I could probably hike to a little bit more quickly, but it's not out of the question.
I do. I do really seriously suggest grabbing these from Scout Comics, if you can. 100% rad. What am I doing? Rad Wraith.
Red Wraith.
Yeah, definitely check them out. The cool. Oh man, I gotta show you this cover. I gotta show it. I didn't even show it on my video. I mean, you know how the Black Caravan stuff feels. Like it feels good in your hands. Like it's more of like a card stocky.
Yes.
All right. So there's the front. Wrap around to the back.
Oh, nice.
Such a cool cover. I'll see if I can get it here.
They use the same covering as like Vault does, which is nice. Oh, nice. Yeah, I dig that, dude.
Yeah, it's definitely a solid one. Definitely a solid one. Playthings isn't a wraparound. Playthings was unique. The artwork, I'm gonna be honest, I think it was not that good.
Really?
To be honest. Yeah, it's not my style of artwork. If you read what the hell is it called? Black Friday, also by Scout. It may have been the same artist.
Oh.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Not my style. The back's pretty cool though. Yeah.
It's not the worst, but it's not.
Zero it.
It's not my bag, baby. It's not my bag.
Written, colored by John Clark, pencils and inks, Travis Williamson, lettering, April Brown. Yeah, just not my style. It flowed well with the story though, mainly because it's a very weird, like dark, gritty story.
Yeah.
Which I mean, so was Black Friday. And I said the same thing. Good story, not a fan of the art, but it worked very well with that story.
Yeah.
So that's one of those things, give or take. Can't all
I
be
feel
perfect. And that's why comics, something for everybody.
Yeah, I feel you on that one. Oh man. Let's see what we got here. Huh. What else you got?
I was gonna say, I was actually looking through the final things that I wanted to talk about, and I mean, we covered all the books.
Yeah, I think we did. I mean, at least the really big ones that came out this last week. I know I missed getting some physically to pick up, but I think we talked about pretty much everything that I would have wanted to pick up if I hadn't already picked it up. I mean, there wasn't anything I really missed.
Final one. This is definitely a final one. We can end it on this note if we want to. It is just a one shot. I mentioned it earlier in the stream. Clay People Colossus. It's a one shot. It felt very complete. It felt like a full story. You got an intro, you got a middle, you got a satisfying ending, you've got a background story, you've got character development, all within a nice little one shot. If I know you mentioned Ablaze, I think 2 or 3 times now that you pick up some of those books. Did you read Walk with Monsters?
Yep.
Basically, same story, kind of to an extent.
Okay.
So this is literally the same Gollum because I know that story took place in World War II. Same layout of the story. This is more present day though. And same thing. We've got a kid. His grandfather was in a concentration camp, and they told the background story. Had this book. Something happened to all the Nazis, and he kept the book with him forever. Kid's getting bullied. He gets this book, makes the Gollum. That's the story. Very good though. Beginning, middle, and end. Very satisfying. Pleasantly surprised. This one's a little bit more expensive though, I think.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, one of those. It's a thick book though, you know.
No, I get that.
No, $3.99. Image stays on it, I'll tell you that.
Nice.
Image stays on it. Good on them. And here we are paying $8 for a Marvel book that's god awful.
Well, yeah, and other ones too. It can get pretty bad. It can get pretty bad. 100%.
And Jeff, we did not talk about the new Ghost Rider. If anything, I think maybe the other week when it came out, but I think the next issue comes out next week, if I had to take a guess. And I think we may have lost Phil again. But that's good timing. So we did talk about all the books that we were interested in talking about. maybe I'm talking a little slow. Hopefully Phil gets in here as well, but that's a hard no. All right, folks. I hope you guys all had a good night. Thank you all for tuning in. I had a lot of fun. I'm sure. I think he's back. Are you good? I think you're muted.
Yeah, no, it was unfortunately I've got a new switchboard and I kicked it with my foot. So that time
That
wasn't I'm
happens.
just realizing it wasn't the internet. It was me playing with things with my feet. That's what's been knocking it out the entire time. I thought it was the internet. Nope. It's 100% my dumbass playing with my feet down at the bottom and I'm kicking a cord out. So yeah, at any rate.
It happens.
Amateur still AF, my friend.
Hey, speaking of Don here's got potentially the best idea ever. AR gaming coming soon. That'd be fun.
That would be fun. I'd be down with that.
I don't know how to do it, but maybe Twitch. No, I'm kidding. I have no idea how to do that crap.
Oh, you could figure that out pretty quick. Let me quiz you on something though. What book do you think this is?
If I had to take a guess, it's Batgirl of some sort. I don't know.
There you go. There you go. First appearance of Harley Quinn.
All right, DC heads. I'm not an idiot after all.
See, look at that, people. He knows his things. All right, man. Well, I'll let you. I know you were wrapping it up anyways, and it's 11:15 out here on the East Coast with you and with me. So,
no, it's all good. I know you're busy. I appreciate you taking the time out of your night to do this with us. It's a lot of fun.
No, I love it. I'm 100% here for it. So same bat time, same bat channel. We'll figure some things out, and I'll get a new stand set up so we can give away in the chat. Don, you're a funny man.
Yeah, he's got the giveaway. He's got the giveaway.
Okay. I was gonna say like you get me to 10,000 followers real quick. We'll talk. But yeah. But no, I'll try and get my stand set so I can have the other camera to go to there and just also then pivot through the books a little bit better. So
I'll figure that out too.
Cool.
I won't figure that out. All right, folks. Thank you again.
I'll figure it out for you, bro.
I know you will. I can't do that. But thank you again, everybody. You guys rock. You guys helped make this possible. I mean, you guys contribute to this conversation. It was a fantastic conversation. Thank you again, guys. And stay safe. We will be here same time next week. And hopefully Skeff is here as well. My man got a little busy doing some other stuff, but he's a busy man. He's a whatnot legend. So, all right, guys. Thank you again. Have a good night.